Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at PlayStation All-Stars for the PlayStation Vita. PlayStation All-Stars is clearly inspired by Super Smash Brothers. Of course, a very popular game by Nintendo. It's just like a beat 'em up brawler that with a side camera view, kind of like Mortal Kombat. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, the developers of Mortal Kombat 9 uh, had a little bit to do with this. They made some of the fighting mechanics, and I gotta say they did a really great job. So let's start out with the bad because I always like to end on a good note. The bad is honestly the amount of content you get. About 10 or 12 levels, somewhere around there, and you get 20 characters. Which is uh, a little bit less than I expected because uh, Super Smash Brothers Melee had, I don't know, what was it, like 30 or something like that, so there's a really good amount. I'm not saying that 20 is a bad amount, I'm just saying, I mean, you can get kind of bored with it, even though I have not become bored with this game at all. I will say also, some of the characters that they chose were kind of weird. Like the Big Daddy is in this, and I don't really understand why that's in this game because I thought this was supposed to be Smash Brothers but for PlayStation, and uh, BioShock is not a PlayStation exclusive. In fact, it was first released on the Xbox. It wasn't on PS3 for a while, and then they re-released it for PS3. So I guess this is just supposed to be a mixture of mostly PlayStation, but a couple occasional uh, like characters from Xbox and stuff like that. So I guess this is kind of the Xbox Sony versus Nintendo or whatever. And also another bad is some of the balancing, especially some of the super combos. For example, Raiden, however you say that, and Sackboy. Sackboy's level 1 is just a little, like, he jumps up into the air a little bit and does a little backflip kick, and you can only take out one. I think you can only take out one person at a time with this, which I mean is fine. It's a level 1 attack, so you wouldn't expect it to be all that powerful. But then, Raiden's level 1 attack, he stands on his hands. He does a handstand, and he puts his legs out like so he looks like a T, and then he just spins around, and you can kill all 3 people if you're in a cluster. I mean, it's awesome when you do that. There's like no problem with it. You feel so awesome when you get to do it. But when you're the one getting killed by a super overpowered level 1 attack, it can get pretty annoying. Because I don't know about you guys, but usually when somebody gets to level 1, I don't really freak out. I usually just keep playing how I usually do. I don't try to avoid because usually the level 1 attacks aren't all that good. Also, so you've heard me talking about like these super attacks, and that's the big difference with this game and Super Smash Brothers. Honestly, in my opinion, I think this is the weakest point of the entire game. I'm not really a huge fan of this. I mean, it's extremely satisfying when you finally get that kill. But what was awesome about Smash Brothers was when you got like a huge awesome combo on somebody, and then you just totally flung them out of the arena. It was so awesome. Like you felt so accomplished. It was sweet because you tied together a whole bunch of sweet moves. But in this game, like if you do that, you just filled up your meter like 3/4 of the way, so you don't really feel like you did much. And I mean, you didn't hurt the other character. That's the thing that I don't like is they're invincible until you use that attack. So, um, I can see why they did that because I'm sure a lot of Nintendo people would be like, this is just a copy paste, um, with a different skin on it or something. So, I I do appreciate their you know I don't know how you would say, but they're like their version sort of. But I mean, I'm sure they're planning on making a franchise of this, which is why they didn't start this game off with a big bang and like fill it with content and stuff like that. And I'm sure that's why Spyro and freaking Crash weren't in this game. I still can't believe that. That I mean, it seems pretty essential to me. But anyway, I'm sure they'll make a second one, and what would be really nice if there was a game mode that was like Super Smash Brothers, where you have a percentage bar or a health bar or something like that. Because this game is really light on game modes. Literally, all you have is solo play, online, and versus, and it's all the same mode. But it's good fun, especially on the Vita, because this is definitely console quality. Um, the goods, I mean, the graphics are awesome. The animations are sweet. I mean, it's what you would expect out of a Sony game, because Sony usually makes some pretty awesome games. So I'll give this game a 9 out of 10, just because it's a little light on content, but what can you do? They are coming out with free DLC, which I really like for the first 2 weeks. The first DLC has Emmett from Starhawk, and then that one girl from Gravity Rush. I'm not sure what her name is. I think her name's Kat. But so yeah, that is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really recommend you guys going out and getting this game if you are a fan